understand what you try to say to me, how you suffer for your sanity, how you try to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they will listen now.
Welcome to part 2 of our multi-part series, The Songs, Compositions and Poetry of Supreme Master Ching Vegan. From time immemorial, enlightened masters have descended to earth to elevate and deliver sentient beings. They are vessels of the highest blessings, which can be shared with anyone who has the good fortune to connect with them in any way, as Supreme Master Ching states.
The master can use many different ways to attract, to stir within the sentient beings their nostalgic feeling, for their original home, yes. Therefore, one of the things that attract people most is music, you know that, huh? Yes, or painting. These artistic things are very much near the higher dimension, near the expression of a higher dimension. So when many people see music or painting or artistic artifacts, they feel something, they feel touch, yes. And then from then, it steers them, and makes them come into contact with the Tao.
In this special series, we will present a selection of songs and poems performed by Supreme Master Ching on various occasions over the years, often spontaneously, with music and lyrics either composed by her or by other famous artists. Master sang, often as per disciples' requests after lectures or retreats, without prepared or professional equipment. Thus her voice and recording quality may not be as desired. We share some of these songs with you as a fond memory of the loving times together with Master. We will begin with Vincent, one of American legend Don McLean's most famous pieces. Please enjoy.
Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on the summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills scratch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy land. Now I understand what you try to say to me, how you suffer for your sanity, how you try to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they will listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in violet haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors change in hue, morning views of amber grain, weathered faces lying in pain was soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. For they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night, portraits hang in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met. The ragged man in ragged clothes, silver thorn of bloody rose, like crushed and broken on the virgin snow. Now I think I know what you tried to say to me, how you suffered for your sanity, how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. For they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight on that starry, starry night, you took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you.
Basked in the immensity of our awe-inspiring universe, we marvel at the divine miracle of life. To glimpse the vastness of the infinite cosmos is to reflect gratefully upon the origin and destination of our human existence along with our world. In all its intricate patterns, nature remains magnificent throughout the cycles of ages. The world is a circle without a beginning, and nobody knows where it really ends. Let us rejoice in the present, for it encompasses both the past and the future, a circle without end indeed.
The world is a circle without a beginning, and nobody knows where it really ends. Everything depends on where You are the circle without a beginning. Nobody knows where the circle ends. La la la. And just because you think you're small, and doesn't mean you're just small at all this tiny one. La 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 la. To someone else you are big. The world is a circle without a beginning, and nobody knows where it really ends. Oh, everything depends on where you are in the circle without a beginning. Nobody knows where the circle ends. La la la. And just because you think you're small, and doesn't mean you're just small at all this tiny one. La 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 la. To someone else you are big. The world is a circle without a beginning, and nobody knows where it really ends. Oh, everything depends on where you are in the circle without a beginning. Nobody knows where the circle ends.
In this earthly life, love can bring both happiness and sorrow. Happiness is fleeting, while sorrow seems endless. When love comes, the world appears to shine with faith and vibrancy. One's heart is like a flower blossoming, with laughter reverberating. But when love departs, the heart withers, being left with despair.
Ne Dieu qu'un moment, chagrin d'amour entre toute la vie. Joys of love are just a moment's long. The pain of love endures the whole life long. Désir d'amour ne dure qu'un moment. Chagrin d'amour entre toute la vie. The joys of love just a moment's long, the pain of love and truth, the whole life long.
Since visiting the abattoirs of southern France, I have stopped eating meat. Vincent van Gogh, vegetarian.
May the singing that emanates from the purest love of Supreme Master Ching-hai calm your mind, lift your soul, and remind you of the inner heavenly music and of our blissful original home. Benevolent viewers, thank you for your company today during the songs, compositions, and poetry of Supreme Master Ching-hai Vegan, Part 2 of a multi-part series.